Hi, and welcome to Fall Level 1, Week 11 and 12 lesson plans. These lessons run from November 4th to November 16th. First, we have our vault stations. At our first station, the students are going to be hopping on one foot from one square all the way to the other, then switch, trying the other leg back, trying to push all the way through their toe. Our second station, we're going to be working on our heel drive. So students will lay on the rainbow, squeeze their legs together, and lift straight legs all the way as high as they can 3 times. Our third station, we're going to be working on our hands on feet on. So the students will run, proper hurdle, jump to the springboard, and do hands, feet onto the resi. Our last station will be over against the wall, and we'll be doing our handstand kick to flat back. So the students will put their hands on the cheese mat, walk their feet all the way to a handstand, then kick off the wall and flat back, keeping their arms and legs straight. Bar stations. Our first station, we're going to be working on soul circle swings. So the students will put their feet up onto the bar in a straddle, keeping straight legs, trying to swing straight arms and straight legs. Our second station will be a spotted station on the low bar, and the students will be working on their chin-up pullover, using the high block, working towards independence. They'll do their casts, and then their back hip circle with a spot. Then forward roll to a chin-up, trying to control and do it on their own. Our third station will also be on a low bar, and we'll be doing tuck swings. The students will make straight arms. They'll pull their knees all the way up to their stomach, swinging 3 times, keeping a flat back and their knees up without dropping. Our last station will be on the floor bar, and we'll be doing our soul circle drop again. So the students will start hands on the bar in a push-up, jump their feet on in a straddle, falling without letting go, keeping straight arms and straight legs. Beam stations. Our first station will be on the side beam, and the students will be working on their lunge touch. So start in a lunge, arms by their ears, bend at the waist, and touch the beam with 2 hands, keeping their ears covered and their legs still. Our second station will be on the back beam with the resi mat underneath of it, and the students will be working on their V-sit and their knee scale. So they'll sit on the beam, hands behind them, tuck their knees up, and then straighten them into their V-sit. Then they'll straddle their legs down, put their hands in front, knees up on the beam, and then work on their knee scale, straight arms and a straight back leg. Our third station will be under the middle high beam, on the middle high beam, and the students will be working on their straight jump. So they'll stand on the beam, 1 foot in front, arms up, swing and jump as high as they can with straight arms, straight legs, landing with 1 foot in front of the other. Our last station will be on the front high beam, and we'll be reviewing all of our previous walks, and then if the students are ready, we'll introduce 2 new ones. So we can introduce releve, arms up, stretch high and releve, straight legs, arms staying by the ears, and then we can try our backwards walks. Arms out to the side, and the students will walk brush, touch, step, 1 foot at a time, using their toe to feel for the beam. Floor. On floor this week, we'll be doing lines instead of stations. So students will be broken up into smaller groups and given a line to stand in, and they'll do their skills from 1 star across the floor to the other. Our first pass will be working on our forward roll. So students will start arms up, feet together, hands down, tuck their head and roll, keeping their feet together and their arms by their ears all the way across the floor. Our next pass, we'll be working on our straddle roll. So we'll start to straddle, hands up, hands down, roll, staying in a straddle, pushing in the middle, and standing, keeping their legs straight all the way across the floor. Next, the students will be working on their candlestick. So feet together, arms up, they'll sit back, arms by their ears, toes to the ceiling, showing that candle shape, and standing with feet together, arms by their ears. Then they'll back up and do their candlestick again, all the way across the floor. If they're ready, the class may do a passive backward rolls. Next, the students will do their bear crawl. So they'll put straight arms, straight legs, and walk hands and feet slowly across the floor, transferring their weight from one hand to the other. Next, they'll be doing their broken leg kick. So they'll start in a lunge, arms by their ears, kick up, hands on the floor, keeping one leg above the other, landing back in their lunge. Then they'll walk Lunge again, kick, up, hands on the floor, back to their lunge, all the way across. Then they may try to do their handstands. So they'll start in that same lunge, kick up, bring both feet together, and then step down one at a time, landing in their lunge, keeping their arms by their ears and their legs straight, working on keeping a tight core and not falling over. Last, they'll be trying their cartwheels. So they'll start in their lunge, arms by their ears, kick sideways to their cartwheel, finishing in a lunge. Then they'll turn and try it again. After they're finished their skills, the students will work on their jumps.